Welcome back to Falcons franchise, everybody's favorite series, as you remind me so annoyingly whenever I post anything else. Yeah, we're getting the frustration out of the way early. Look who I'm playing. It's the 10-1 Dallas Cowboys. And if you saw my mock draft video yesterday, it's so funny to see what I assume are new people on the channel telling me to stick to Madden, which is, yeah, I'm so good at this game. But yeah, the draft content has been a staple of my channel for years. I'm going to continue it. I'm not going to stick to Madden. The only thing I'm going to be sticking is my foot up your ass if you don't shut your mouth. Anyway, short week. Do we have to play Thursday Night Football again? Or are we coming off Thursday Night Football? I think we have to be playing Thursday Night Football from a Sunday, right? Surely. Because you wouldn't be Thursday to Monday. It wouldn't be. That's the same week. Anyway, so I guess we just have 2 Thursday Night Football games in the span of like 4 weeks. I feel like we were just on Thursday Night Football. That's part of my confusion. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be screwed. We're playing the Cowboys. They are better than us. That's it. Beat the Cowboys and score 4 offensive touchdowns. Okay, well, that could prove to be quite challenging. I think, like, we have got it going a little bit. I want to say in the second half of the past couple of games, we've really actually started to show something. We've gotten off to slow starts, which has not been ideal. But I want to say, yeah, 7 points in the third quarter and then 13 in the fourth, which doesn't sound like a tremendous amount until you realize what we've been doing in the first half of other games. I think if we can just find a way to start out hot, we're going to be able to win a game. And will it be against the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, maybe, maybe not. They're an 85 overall team, which is only +1 compared to us. If we can just figure out a way to neutralize Micah Parsons, easier said than done, obviously. We're going to have quite a lot of success. They are 10-1, but you got to remember they're also in Dallas Cowboys playbook, which in simulation is tremendously effective. It is so good. It's not quite as good when you're actually playing against them in the game, clearly. We've had a lot of success against the Eagles in my franchise series, and that's because Jalen Hurts, as a mobile quarterback, just really panics under pressure and isn't able to be all that good. I think Dak Prescott has been a similar story at times, despite not being a super mobile guy anymore. He's not the guy he was early in his career or at Mississippi State, obviously. He's developed into being more of a pocket quarterback, so it's going to be interesting to see what version of Dak Prescott we get today. Containing scrambling is going to be easy. I really don't think he's going to be too much of a factor. Although, you know what, in past times playing the Cowboys, not only in Falcons franchise, but Giants franchise last year, Dak really did kill us as a scrambler, and he was a trucking machine. We don't get pressure anyway, so I guess we'll try to contain scrambling, and then at least we get, like, some morale points if we limit him enough. I'm not really sure. That's a tough one. But hold Dak Prescott to under 75 yards rushing. That's a given. +5 play rec is a nice boost for that. Dak will not come close to 75 yards rushing unless he takes, one run 60 yards, then maybe it's close. But I highly doubt that. That's an incredibly high number to get for a guy that's not really that much of a runner. Does have superstar X factor now. Okay. We'll try to defend the medium pass, and then blitz counter I do not think is effective. We're going to try to throw it deep. Now, I was getting so many tweets, twitter.com/Bengal or X or whatever it is, about Bijan Robinson. Yeah, he had this weird, apparently he was injured or sick, and the Falcons just didn't say anything about that, and then Bijan played no snaps, and everybody was confused all of Sunday morning or early afternoon. Yeah, super confusing. I don't know what's going on. I would hope to use Bijan a little bit more than Arthur Smith did on Sunday, but if Bijan was injured in some way or was feeling sick or whatever, yeah, I guess you're not going to play him. But also, why have him even suit up if you're going to give him, 5 snaps, right? Why was he even dressed? And why did nobody say anything? It was just so bizarre. And the weekly game plan is get 5 sacks. Yeah, that'll happen. I mean, 1 interception is going to be tough enough. 1 sack. That'd be a big goal. That'd be something that, oh my goodness, shoot for the stars. I'm not even sure if we can accomplish that. But you're telling me you want us to get how many? 5? Watch one of our games. We're not getting 5. Maybe if we send enough blitzes, we could get 2 or 3. But guys don't win one-on-ones in this game. They just don't. Nobody. Thursday night prime time. Gonna be CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys versus Trey Lance, Drake London, and the Falcons. Well, you know what? We also have Bijan. We have Kyle Pitts, Caden Ellis. Hopefully we can actually manage to stick with them. I know we've had a rough second season. It is kind of interesting, though, to get kind of, you know, a new spin on what a series usually would be, because it's a lot of, okay, season one's a big struggle, season two we get our quarterback, start to show strides, and then season three we're like in the Super Bowl, and that clearly has not been the case thus far. We're really struggling to find a quarterback. It's just kind of been one of those series, really, where it didn't show up in the draft in year one for us, after year one for year two. Didn't really find someone I wanted. I didn't really find a lot of players, period, that I wanted in the draft, except for Dante Boston, and it didn't really make sense to trade all the way up for him. We were just kind of too good in season one, and we found ourselves a bit in purgatory here in season two. Still don't really have a quarterback. Our starter got injured in Desmond Ridder, and we were forced to trade for a former top 5 pick in Trey Lance. It just hasn't worked out, and we're trying to figure out his career here in season two, and this draft coming up doesn't have any good quarterbacks, so we find ourselves still kind of stuck in limbo, and it's tough. You know, the draft is a little bit of a crapshoot. That actually reminds me of what I ranted about very briefly at the start of the video. I always forget with the draft content how everybody else is an expert, and there's only one way anything can happen, especially in October. Like the expert opinion that if you don't get Marvin Harrison Jr. and or Caleb Williams, a draft is a complete fail, because those are the only 2 prospects in the entire draft worth drafting. Always forget about that. Ingenious from some of you, per usual. But yeah, I mean, the draft is a bit of a crapshoot. Nobody knows what's going to happen until we actually get a lot closer, and then things start to kind of figure themselves out, as that is nearly intercepted by Jeff Okudah, former top 5 pick. Found his way to Atlanta, playing quite well in real life, maybe even better than AJ Terrell, but is not locked down super long-term in real life. We're, of course, figuring that out with Jeff Okudah. You know, in this offseason, we were really in a tough spot, and we did want to bring him back. We ended up working out a deal, and he's been a good player when he's been on the field for us. Injuries have been a problem this year, played with a broken thumb, and that actually had him sidelined for quite some time as well, as Brandon Cooks will find space, and Richie Grant doesn't get the angle. Cooks has too much speed, makes Jesse Bates miss, because who can't do that? And Brandon Cooks has brought the Dallas Cowboys inside the 5-yard line. A big play to start things off here in Atlanta on Thursday night primetime football. Are we about to get embarrassed? Certainly possible, as we're able to keep the Cowboys out of the end zone for now. Down to the 1-yard line. Cowboys, you gotta think, are gonna run the football here. And you know what? If they pass, they can have it. We got George Elliott, but down goes Pollard. It's Arnold Ebiketie. Shoots into the backfield and brings down Pollard for a loss. It'll be 3rd and goal. We're gonna show a pressure look again. George Elliott was an undrafted rookie free agent linebacker who I actually do want to get on the field a little bit more. Hasn't really happened a ton so far. Quick throw to the tight end, and it's broken up by Jesse Bates. Okay, goal line stand to start things off. Luke Schoonmaker could not make the catch, and the Cowboys will settle for just 3 after having the football at the 1-yard line. They had 1st and goal from the 3, 2nd and goal from the 1, and there's a flag. There's a flag on 4th and goal. It's going to be running into the kicker, or roughing. And it's going to be an automatic 1st down. I'm trying to keep my cool, dude, but what are we doing? Richie Grant. That's a penalty! I gotta turn this setting off. That's a penalty. That's roughing the kicker. They're playing footsie under the table. They throw a flag. Automatic 1st down. Dak's in the zone because of that. Oh my God, dude. 1st and goal from the 2. Here's a pitch. Elliott in pursuit. And he kind of got like a weird little stupid Madden animation slowed down because DeMarco Hellams touched him. This game really frustrates me. We're taking a perfect angle to cut Tony Pollard off, who is not even touching DeMarco Hellams. Again, they're holding hands. Tony Pollard's making great friends with everybody. They're locking elbows, and Tony Pollard slows down so that this angle becomes a total runaround. But what am I supposed to do? Expect that to happen and then play inside and then get beat to the edge? Anyway, DeMarco Helms rallies to make the tackle, but it's second and goal from the 2, and we again have to make another goal line stand. I'm once again going to run commit middle, and I need somebody to make a play. It's actually going to be play action. George Elliott gets to Dak. I was just talking about him, the undrafted rookie free agent linebacker from Boise State, if memory serves correct. George Elliott reads play action, gets to Dak Prescott, and forces 3rd and goal from the 12. We're going man coverage. We're going to protect the sticks. Do not let them into the end zone. Quick throw to the tight end. It's a touchdown. Oh my God, dude. Man coverage. It's man coverage on Luke Schoonmaker, and he gets that wide open. I didn't know this guy was such an elite route runner and mover in space that he's able to instantly beat man coverage and find the end zone. Who's matched up against him? Is it me? It surely is not me. I'm Deshaun Humphreys from the inside. It's got to be Caden Ellis, right? Is it Jesse Bates all the way back at the back of the end zone? Know the situation. Why are my safeties this deep? It's 3rd and goal. They're playing basically in the stands. This is man cover. Yeah, keep taking steps back. Where are you going? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, dude, how dumb these defenders are. Touchdown, Cowboys. They only had 20 shots to get in the end zone from the 3-yard line with the penalty, with the bullshit. 7-0. Now here's Trey Lance in, some of the best looking uniforms of all time. His numbers are not incredible, but I'm telling you, he's been starting to find it in recent weeks. We just have to stop having so many 3-and-outs to start games. That's really what loses us ball games. Got decent blocking, though. There's Bijan. He gets 6. We just got to do that more often. He had a big game last week. He ripped off, I think, at least one huge run, but maybe a second as well. Maybe like a 60 and a 40-yarder, something like that. So those numbers might be a little bit skewed, but he was great last week, and we want to get him going a little bit more. And there he goes up the middle. Can't find much more than that, but that's the first down. That's all we need for right now. Run up the middle, find space, shut down. Got a little bit too, I don't know. I don't want to say antsy there on first down. We wanted to find space. We ended up just kind of running into the offensive line, which of course is where the defensive line was. As we're already going to panic under pressure, run into Micah Parsons, fumble the ball, and the Cowboys will take over from the 18. Man, they took everything away instantly, panicked. You can't run towards Micah Parsons' side. That's just... It's something like that waiting to happen. Just disaster. Running this play, my first read honestly was Cordero Patterson out of the backfield. Leighton Vander Esch is doing the freaking grapevine, karaokeing to Cordero Patterson, somehow running horizontal and keeping up with him easily. It wasn't like, Micah Parsons was about to beat Caleb McGarry, so he would have been screwed either way. But just unfortunate timing. Running up the middle probably would have been better, but it looked like they either had like a mid-read, just zone spot drop from the inside linebacker, or he was playing a spy. So it would have been very bad either way. That's obviously not what you want, though, as this is going to be a shot towards the end zone. Jeff Okudah beat. It's CeeDee Lamb. Well, our defense is struggling to start, and our offense is also bad. So 14-0. Dak had one-on-one, and for the other team, one-on-one means you can actually, get yards and touchdowns. I don't think we've had one-on-one win the entire year. Just doesn't exist on a streak. It's an underthrown ball every time, or they just don't catch it. Probably because it's underthrown. We're going to try to settle in here. Just got to keep a positive attitude. I'm known for it. Cordero Patterson's going to find... Nope, he's going to be WWE superstar suplexed into the 24-yard line, and we'll take over. Give me a little play action. There's the rookie tight end, Neil Madsen. Give somebody a block. Appreciate you. We get 14. I really only like passing off of play action. I know that's a little bizarre, I don't really feel like anything gets open for me in my timing. Maybe it's just a timing mechanism, but I feel like I find way more success passing off play action than anything else. We're actually going to run the ball here. 2nd and 1, fullback in the backfield. Tyler Algier, not really my receiving back. And he's actually going to bounce off a tackle and does pick up the first to midfield. Maybe going to take a shot off play action. Just kind of throw it away. Yeah, that was doomed from the start. Way too much pressure. 2nd and 10. Drake London looks like he's going to be open. Great throw from Lance. Drake London actually caught it. I feel like I've been playing in an alternate dimension. And he does a cartwheel to a backflip. Oh my goodness. All right, Drake London might be feeling it. Dude, imagine if players could get injured on celebrations in this game. That would be absolutely disastrous. Imagine Drake London just tore his ACL right there. I mean, it's not like it would be impossible to replace his production. I'm sure we could hire in any free agent to drop the ball consistently. 2nd and 8. I'm so negative, dude, but I don't have a reason to be positive. As we just check down to Rashid Shaheed. I wasn't really even looking down the field. At the end of the first quarter, it's 3rd and 4. We're down 14. Honestly, it could have gone better up to this point, but I also think it could have been worse. Now, I can't think of a scenario where it could have been worse up to this point, but I'm sure that there is one. 2nd quarter, down by 14. It's a really big 3rd and 4. Got to convert this. They're going to drop back, and we're going to throw to Bijan. Craziness on the run. Bijan's got to make somebody miss. It's going to be 4th and inches. I can't scramble towards Micah Parsons' side. Luckily, Trey Lance was able to deliver an accurate ball to Bijan, and we are going to try to go for it on 4th and inches. But that could have been disastrous. Now, we just need Bijan to get the yardage. 4th and inches. Please, nobody insta-shed. There's Bijan. It's going to be close. The clock's still moving, which means we got it. Thank you for the spot. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. Like, I can't even get a yard. If that was 4th and 1, we don't get it. And that's often why I prefer to run plays like inside zone as opposed to, you know, runs out of single back or under center, I'll say, because I just feel like the blocking's not nearly as good and you don't get, you know, nearly as much space. As we're going to throw it to Kyle Pitts quickly, make it 3rd and a more manageable 3. We've been conservative with the football so far, except for, you know, the crazy throw on the run to Bijan, even though it was short, and then throw to Drake London up the seam. And it seems to be working right now, so I don't really want to mix it up, as we're going to look to throw to Bijan Robinson, who makes the catch in traffic. Ball down to the 2. Now, he was wide open, but that's usually a route where it leads into coverage and you can get picked off or have the pass fall incomplete. Thankfully, that didn't happen this time. Bijan was able to make a nice catch. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. This is a really, really methodical drive up to this point. We need somebody to punch it into the end zone. Bijan up the middle, breaks a tackle, finds the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Down by a touchdown now. It's a 1-possession game. We need our defense to do something. Bijan finds the end zone. I love it. We just got to keep it up. Our defense has shown that they can make stops on the Cowboys, and then special teams screws it up. You know, if we only allowed a field goal on that first Dallas drive, we are down by just 3 points right now, and that's probably where it should be. Instead, it's 14-7 instead of 10-7 in favor of the Cowboys, but we are still very much in this game. We're just going to need to find a stop. We can't let the Cowboys beat us with Luke Schoonmaker. That can't happen. To run right, got to get out there. Oh, Caden Ellis got juked out. Tony Pollard ends up bringing it to the 36. Another nice run for him. Ebikadi showing some great pursuit and a high motor to bring him down. This is the Keith Smith Bowl, by the way, Falcons-Cowboys. Current Falcons running back Keith Smith, former, oh my goodness, former Dallas Cowboy. And Deion Sanders, obviously. Just Keith Smith is one that I remember him with the Cowboys for some reason. He just happens to be on the Falcons now. We cut him, like, very soon. As Brandon Cook says, a ton of space. Jesse Bates knocks him out of bounds. You know, we've been beat up by that a lot. It's when the receivers, that happened against the Saints. They're, like, in close splits wide. And it's just an instant throw up the field. And I don't really know what we can do to cover it. But there's got to be something. As Humphreys takes out the legs of the tight end Schoonmaker. It's 2nd and 5 from the 34. If we can manage to get a sack here, that would be huge. That would really be massive. We're going to take over Richie Grant, and we might get exposed by the tight end. It's actually going to be a run. Trying to get back to the inside. Tony Pollard finds the first. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough against Dallas today. We know that. We just have to stay in it for as long as we can. Just stay in it. And I think zone coverage is going to be our best friend as opposed to man coverage. But didn't work that time. Michael Gallup survives contact, gets brought down at the 4. It's just these quick throws from off coverage. We cannot cover them. This is like kind of the close split I was talking about on the outside. It's just they find a ton of space one way or another. And look at all this free real estate. Michael Gallup wide open. And of course, like Richie Grant makes no effort to even step near that ball. Ball's in the air. He's still backpedaling. And of course, there's going to be space to make the catch when my DBs are morons. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They are idiot defensive backs. It's insane. Here's a run, and Tony Pollard gets by me. He faked to the inside. I'm like, I got to cover the inside. And then he went back to the whole touchdown. I can say that's my fault for not covering it. I was trying to take away the inside when he juked to the inside, and then he faked me out. It was just a tough spot. I'd like to be better. I'm just not. It's 21-7. So we have 3 minutes before the first half ends, and we get the ball to start the second half. So again, still very much in this one. Just have to not panic. And we're going to throw to the tight end, Neil Madsen. Didn't realize he had someone so close to him when I decided to throw that football. But it's all right. He catches it through contact for a nice gain. 2nd and 2. They're going to go up the middle here to Bijan. This should be a dive and not read option of any kind. And there goes Bijan Robinson with space. We actually might go hurry up here and see if we can't run the same exact play. See how the Cowboys react to this. And there's still space again, but a nice play was made. Can we go hurry up again and snap the ball? No, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. 2-minute warning. Down 21-7, but again, it could be a 1-possession game if this drive goes the way we want. 2nd and 7. Kyle Pitts works wide open. We just stayed patient, and there's Pitts breaking a tackle and stepping out at the 32-yard line. It would have been really tempting to throw that ball instantly, but this safety, whenever I'm throwing a slant or a drag, they scream up, they buzz down, and then take whatever I want away. But then he goes back to a mid-read. Nobody's on Pitts. He's wide open, and he works up the field. That's a huge play. It was all about our blocking there, because if they don't hold their blocks, that play never has a chance to even come open. As Bijan kind of shut down there. Read option. Going to hand it off to Algier, and they just don't cover the run. 2nd and 10. I know not an ideal spot to run the ball, but we saw a matchup we liked, and we were actually able to exploit it for once. Get Bijan back on the field as well. Algier just loves coming in and passing downs just because Bijan's tired. And it totally screws up everything I want to do. As we'll see if somebody can get open here. Bijan open. Just going to throw right over Leighton Vander Esch. And Bijan with a rushing touchdown now has a receiving touchdown. He is the offense. We're starting to get him going. We really live and die by Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts to a lesser degree. But if those two guys are not playing amazing, we're not going to be in games. Bijan now with 2 first-half touchdowns. And that is an awesome way to end this second quarter, so long as we don't let Dallas score in the final 56 seconds. We're going to do the best we can. It's 21-14. Offense is starting to come alive a little bit. I told you, we've been good in the second half, or better at least. Our standards are so low. But if we could just figure out a way to start out a bit hotter, forget about the fumble, and I told you we'd be able to be in a game. And here we are against a 10-1 Dallas Cowboys team, and we are playing up to the Dallas Cowboys. Got to be a little bit more consistent, and this is their wide splits on the outside. Got to just stay close. Quick throw to the inside. Brandon Cooks fumbles the football! Jesse Bates recovers! Unbelievable! I didn't even know if that was a catch at first, but Brandon Cooks reels it in, takes a shot, coughs up the football, and we're going to take over from the 32. Let's take another look. That's a catch. That's a catch. Mike Hughes pushes him, and Brandon Cooks just fumbles the football. That's got to be a fumble. He had possession, but the booth is going to review it here inside 2 minutes. We need this to stay a fumble. This would be huge. Oh, the ground caused it. The ground caused the fumble, which you can't do. Knee was already down anyway. That's tough. That's going to be overturned. And it's going to be Cowboys football from the 41. And they'll be forced to use a timeout. Shoot. Okay. That is a bit of a buzzkill there. And that's going to be pass interference. It's a spot foul at least. They don't get a ton of yards. But it's an automatic first down. I still, with this pass interference, I don't really think we arrive early. I think you have to if you're going to make a play on the ball here. And that's getting there maybe a touch early. I guess I don't have a super big problem with that. It's just frustrating because if we slow down, it's a guaranteed catch. So I really am not sure what we're supposed to do there. It's just a bit of a tough spot as we're going to touch Brandon Cooks down at the 44. Just need that clock to continue to run. The Cowboys getting a field goal wouldn't be the worst thing for us. I obviously don't want it, but it almost seems inevitable at this point that something I don't like is about to happen. That's just kind of how that goes. As Brandon Cooks catches the football, stays in bounds, obviously, and him catching that does not stop the clock, and they don't get a ton of yards. They are forced to call their final timeout with 31 seconds to go. Press up. 31 seconds to go here in the first half. Check down works for me. That brings them to the 36. 14 seconds to go. Let's see how they run this. 10 seconds. Just keep them in bounds. Dak Prescott going to look to scramble and throws out of bounds with 5 seconds. The Cowboys probably will get a field goal off here. They're probably just in range. It's going to be Matt Prater. Okay. Here is a long kick try, and that is hooking right. No good, he pushed it. We knew he would have the leg. It's Matt Prater, even as old as he is, but he misses it just right. And honestly, given this point in the game, we should probably just kneel the ball and not even risk turning it over here. But we already called the play. We're going to throw it to Bijan Robinson. Wide open on the Texas route. We'll take some yards. Doesn't really get us anything because that is the end of the first half. What a first half. We're still in it. Some ups, some downs. But we're going to keep grinding. See if we can get back in this game. A touchdown to start this second quarter or second half in the third quarter would tie things up. So let's just have that be our main goal. See if we can't get it done. Here we go. Third quarter. What do we have? Down 21-14, we are in this game. Can't really afford a mistake at this point. We are in the game against one of the best teams in the league, the 10-1 Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go read option away from Micah Parsons. See if somebody wants to make a play. They're going to read Bijan. Kyle Pitts has to make a block. I mean, there's just no way around it. What are you on the field for if you're not going to pick up the block there? You have to block somebody. He goes across the formation, right? You got to see that this guy's unblocked. They're so stupid with blocking in this game. I don't know who Boston is. It's not Dante Boston, obviously, and it surely is not Trey Boston. He has not been in the NFL for years. But Boston comes up, makes the tackle, because Pitts just doesn't even think about blocking him or about the safety Donovan Wilson scraping over. Who are you going to block? I mean, there's no way that he's like, okay, I'm going to pick up the safety Malik Hooker. Even with Jake Matthews out here, what is the game plan? It's brain dead. They supposedly fixed blocking, by the way, in this game. Like for Madden 23. Is that what game this is? Is this Madden 24? This is Madden 24. They supposedly fixed blocking in Madden 24. Still, same brain-dead idiots that we always have. Micah Parsons has switched side here for read option. Do we call it anyway? We're going to call it anyway. Well, wasn't Micah Parsons we had to worry about. It was Osa Odigizua coming right up the middle, unblocked. Oh, Lord. Is that Drew Dahlman? Oh, God. Like, what are you even good for? I mean, instantly, oh, no! You're such an idiot. I mean, you totally fucked us up. 3rd and short. If we give it to Bijan, Odigizua makes a play. That's why I kept it. But Odigizua did not tackle Bijan. He went straight for Trey Lance. I think if he doesn't, we actually have this. Maybe not, but we're forced to punt. I thought it was a good call. I thought we could guarantee the yardage. Not even close. Ended up losing yards, and our gunner is nowhere to be found. He's stuck on a block. I hate you. To run right, get out there! Tony Pollard, AJ Terrell, Deshaun Humphreys. They're now introduced. 3rd and 6. I don't like what they're doing on the outside. Press up! Get close to him. Don't give him free releases. Not close enough. Jake Ferguson this time. Dak Prescott looking to throw. We'll throw it away. 2nd and 10. We just got to hold them to a field goal, man. We can't allow touchdowns every single time they have the ball. Can't do it. We will never win a game that way. Get Troy Anderson out wide. We're actually going to throw the football. And that is good defense from Jeff Okudah, but CeeDee Lamb catches it anyway. 3rd and inches. I mean, we gotta send heat. Man coverage. This could very well be a run. Gotta fill up these holes. It's a run, but it's read option. Get outside. Bates can't make the tackle. Dak Prescott on a designed run gets the first down. Biotish injured on the play. Starting center. I mean, it's not going to make our pass rush any better. I won't even try to make that an angle. It just won't. The outside, inside, it's going to be pass interference. We can't play defense on them. There's nothing we can do. Enjoy 1st and goal from the 1. We have to run commit here because they'll get it if we don't. Quick throw. And that ends up being a pass breakup. Caden Ellis made contact. Cooks actually did not hold on to the football, which, I mean, I'm extremely surprised by. And you'd expect this to be a run. Elliott in these goal line packages. Fullback dive. Ellis is there. Wraps up Mitchell. 3rd and goal now from the 1. Do we have a 2nd goal line stand in us? Run commit. Pinch. Get him in there. Here's the dive. Pollard into the end zone. Touchdown. Man. We're trying out here. I feel like we're playing better. We've met a better team. And just based on, I think, who had, which responsibility here, I think that's got to be Caden Ellis that doesn't try to go inside, but instead fills up this C gap, or does it end up being the B gap? Yeah, it does end up being the B gap. I thought on initial read that the right tackle came up, but yeah, you got to fill the B gap there, make a play when George Elliott kind of goes right up the middle here. Our D-line did the job. All you have to do if you're Caden Ellis is just fill the B gap. And I know the fullback was going to be there, but he's an idiot. He never even filled it. Would have been a touchdown, but just scrape over. Just entirely frustrating. And now we need quicker scores. Hooker actually comes up like he might be blitzing. So this play action with everything going to the right side could actually be huge here. Hooker indeed comes on the blitz. We're going to throw on the run and find London, who makes the catch. Survives the contact from Trayvon Diggs to hold on as well. And that is a nice play. I love the play action passes. I really, really do. I'm going to get back to a run here. There's Bijan. Makes a man miss. That should be a face mask. That looked like a face mask. 7 yards. We don't get the call. It's okay. Maybe it wasn't, but they're just screwing us per usual. Here's a run. Bijan looking for space. We'll get it. At least enough space to move the chains. We'll go hurry up here. This might be a time to take a deep shot. Oh, man. Those routes were not what I thought it was. I thought Cordero Patterson was running a streak. Was the play art incorrect? I swear I looked at it. I thought he was running a streak. I was actually prepared to take a shot. And then he just runs a crosser. Editing Bengal here. What does that route look like? Any guesses in the comments? Looks like a streak to me. I really thought I saw a streak on the play art. Maybe I'm insane, but like, that's how mistakes are made. I make mistakes like that. I thought it was a streak. Thank goodness I was confused and just decided to check down, because that could have been really bad. But Algier can't find anything. He's actually still on his feet somehow, but loses too. 3rd and 6, we have slants on the field, which means that safety's going to come up and try to make a play and completely end my life. Pitts open. We got to find him. There's Kyle Pitts. Great throw from Lance, who's 13 of 14 for 175 and a touchdown. Oh, he's putting up big-time numbers. I don't even know if I remember the incomplete. No, I do. It was like a throwaway almost. Are we just playing that well today? Trey Lance have a game. Step up, and he ends up being tackled. DeMarcus Lawrence injured on the play. Lance gets a yard. It's not all that bad for us. It's not all that bad. Yeah, that safety comes down to take away Kyle Pitts. We're throwing one-on-one to Drake London. That's exactly what happens. We're throwing up to Drake London. Goes up, gets it, can't get the second foot in. Oh, I felt like we called up the perfect play. We got the safety to buzz down. Then we have one-on-one. Drake London against a little slot corner. He gets open, catches the ball, boom, left foot comes down out of bounds. It's a brutal miss. It really is. I felt like we called up the perfect play. It's a brutal miss. And I don't like the way this looks at all. Slants maybe. I mean, it could be 4-down territory at this stage in the game. Don't really like anything, but we buy enough time to find Cordero Patterson. The fake scramble. Reset. Make a throw. That's exactly what happened. Trey Lance becoming the franchise quarterback in front of our very eyes. Look at Trey Lance. Knew he was going to take a shot. Delivers an accurate ball anyway. Finds Cordero Patterson in the end zone. I thought he might have been done for the season. He comes back. He's making plays. We're down by a touchdown. It's been the story of this game. Being down by a touchdown. We're staying with them. We just cannot make it even. It has not been tied since the opening kickoff, essentially. Since that first Cowboys drive. Ever since we've been playing catch-up. But we are close. We're sticking with them. This fourth quarter will be absolutely massive. We have to figure out how to play defense. We've allowed 28 points, but we've also scored what seems to be a record for us, 21. No! Get CeeDee Lamb! It's like, it's Big 12 tackling. CeeDee Lamb knows all about it. And, of course, as a Texas fan, I've known all about it as well. I remember some brutal tackling with Tom Herman coach teams in Texas versus OU, and CeeDee Lamb was certainly the beneficiary as Jeff Okudah jumps in front, and we dive! No! Dak with an interception, just trying to switch on and knock it away with A.J. Terrell, but Jeff Okudah is the one who undercuts the route, and it held on to the input. If we don't score a touchdown off this is going to be devastating. But we got the turnover. Jeff Okudah with an incredible play. We need to make him proud. Kyle Pitts open. Throw down the field. He makes the catch. I need him to go to the end zone there. Because if we can get him to the end zone, that's a touchdown. Big play nonetheless. 1st and 10 from the 10. Essentially 1st and goal. It's going to be pretty much impossible to get a first down here. We need a touchdown. Dak with the big interception late in the game. His favorite. Here's Bijan. Blocks on the outside. Robinson has the end zone for the 3rd time. Bijan. We got it going here. We're going to be tied in Atlanta as we look to play spoiler and upset the 10-1 Cowboys. Stretch to the outside, running at Parsons. We use that against them. They think that side of the field's fine with Micah. No. Bijan's got the speed, turns it into 6, It's going to be 28-28, and we have momentum as we are tied for the first time since the opening drive. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Dak retakes the field looking to make up for his mistake, and I do want to show you what I do. This is why I like George Elliott so much and his speed and hit power. He comes on kickoff, and we light somebody up every time. Check it out. George Elliott, bang! It's just a collision for no reason, and I love it. Now, it's dangerous in real life. Kickoffs are some of the most dangerous plays in the entire sport. That's why they've changed rules and stuff to kind of discourage them a bit. As we're looking to blitz, that's good tight coverage, but a catch made by Brandon Cooks nevertheless. Let's play action, get back. Oh, they actually throw to the tight end. Jesse Bates cannot make the tackle. Jake Ferguson brings it to the 48. Over the middle, Caden Ellis. Come on, dude. Get a hand up. Do you know what jumping is? Try it. Dude, you can feel it. Dak is itching to throw a pick. We have improved coverage while we have momentum. Dak wants to throw another interception. He'd love it. Jeff Okudah with good enough coverage, I guess. That should have been a first down, probably. We still have all types of momentum here. Need to make a play. I mean, we're just giving these tight ends too much space. I mean, if we run man coverage, we get beat that way also. So that's kind of tough. We need help on the inside here. Richie Grant's going to have to be big here. Get to the outside, throwing towards the end zone. That can't be a touchdown. A.J. Terrell's right there. I switch on, press X, go for the deflection. Nothing. Michael Gallup touchdown. Cowboys retake the lead, and they retake the momentum. It's going to be 35-28, 5.5 here to play. I mean, for improved coverage, it just couldn't do anything with it. 1st and 10, Malik Hooker kind of hiding on that logo. Drake London wins right away. Off the line. We find him. There goes London. Deron Bland tackles him at the 25, but it's a massive play for the Falcons as we strike first in one-on-one coverage. I got the pass lead, and Lance delivered an accurate ball. London's on pace for 100 yards. That's unbelievable. He wins off the line. Deron Bland cannot keep up with him. Ends up making the tackle, saving the touchdown. But a big play. We have to take advantage. We're going to run the football here. Look how wide they are. We should be able to go right up the middle successfully. Big block on Leighton Vander Esch. First down for Bijan. He's got 78 yards on the ground now, but 3 touchdowns overall, and he's actually in the zone. Oh my goodness. Who do we want to throw to? It's the tight end, Madsen. Madsen finds a corner, dive to the end zone, shut down at the 1. Incredible effort from the rookie tight end out of Utah, but cannot find the end zone. And it's 1st and goal from the 1. We're going to try a dive up the middle. Bijan, touchdown, number 4. They can't stop him today. Bijan Robinson is a one-man show today, although Trey Lance has played great. The receivers have got involved. We've played really well outside of a couple of mistakes, to be honest. Our defense, I mean, I'd want a bit more from them, but offensively, we've been as good as we have been the entire year, probably. And we're going to go ahead and notch things up at 35 apiece, pending the extra point. We got it. All right, 4 minutes to play. I mean, if things go how Dallas wants them to go, this will be the final drive of the game. We need to stop that from happening. We know Dak wants to throw that pick. It's in his blood. And that's why they keep it on the ground as Pollard trying to wriggle through for space. Can't find much of it, 2nd and 7. I'm sure they'll take 3 yards, although wanting a bit more. If we're going to run man, we have to press. I don't like how Jake Ferguson's going to get a free release. The Cowboys have abused that the entire game. But it ends up working to our benefit here. They're going to back up a yard. 3rd and 8. 3.5 minutes to play. I think we have to go cover 3 here. We really can't afford to go cover 2 and get beat down the field, especially look at that close split on the outside left. We're covering it. Deshaun Humphreys, easy reads. Hop on pup. Deshaun Humphreys, D-Hump with the easy read to pick off Dak Prescott. I told you Dak wanted to throw that pick. He can't avoid it. Easy reads over the middle. Dak trying to do too much. Humphries, go up and get it. Look at the body control. Brandon Cooks the target. Deshaun Humphries the recipient. Bijan just 3 yards away from 100. And we have the opportunity to steal a win here against the Cowboys. Read option. Lance with the keeper. Great play by the corner coming up on the outside. Name of the game, take time off the clock. Bijan's out of the zone as we are wrapped up for a loss, 3rd and 11. Okay, well, we can't afford to turn over the ball, but if we kick a field goal to go up 38-35, oh, man. We're not going to essentially commit to losing, but it's going to put us in a bad spot. Kyle Pitts, go up and get it. Kyle Pitts makes the play. What a catch by tight end 1. Oh my goodness, what an unbelievable catch by Kyle Pitts. We gave our best overall receiver a chance, and he did not let us down. Kyle Pitts, I love you. Here's a run to Bijan. Should have been more. We are not snapping this football. We will wait. We will wait. First down pretty much ends the game here. That's what we need. Here's a run. Bijan has space. I know we had 6. I realize it. I didn't want it. I do not want the Cowboys to touch this football again. Will that come back to bite us? We'll see. The Cowboys now have used all 3 of their timeouts. It's 3rd and goal from the 5. Bijan wrapped up. And the Cowboys may get a chance. Is it crazy to play for the field goal there? Again, it could come back to bite us. Totally recognize that. But my feeling is that this play gives us the highest chance to win. Now, I know, but all Dallas needs is to get into field goal range. But they have no timeouts, and I feel like if we gave them the football with a minute plus and all timeouts to score a touchdown, they've scored 35 points already. I mean, there is not a doubt in my mind that they would have managed to do it. There is not a doubt in my mind. We're going to call a timeout with 24 seconds. I really feel like they would have been able to do that easily. Now, will they be able to get into field goal range easily? Certainly possible. They will have 20 seconds to do it. Or will they? Because there's a flag. Oh my goodness. It's roughing the kicker. It comes full circle all the way around. We'll have 1st and goal from the 2. That's the game. That ends it. The Cowboys are done unless they manage to get a turnover. All we have to do is nail the field goal. We're getting to the end zone. But that should be it. Let's bring out the field goal team here. But we're actually going to let this tick down. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to end the game. It's come full circle. There's a timeout with 3 seconds. And we're going to bring on Young Wei Koo. Can't ice us. Wouldn't even matter if you could. Here's the kick. It is up and good. Time expires. We've beat the Cowboys. 38-35. Last second chip shot from Koo gives us the win. What a game against the Cowboys, man. I mean, we made some mistakes, obviously. We allowed 35 points. It's a high-powered offense. They looked really good. But we made plays when we needed to. The fact that this roughing the kicker came back on the first drive and the last drive, once against us and once hugely in our favor to not give the Cowboys the football back, man, what a game. We did not lead the entire time until the last play of the game. Is that right? I think that's true. I think that's true. Unbelievable finish. And Trey Lance, dude, are you joking me? 18 of 20 for 279, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Now, it's not throwing for 400 or 500 yards or anything like we've done before in these franchises with quarterbacks like Paul Garrison in Lions franchise. Or even, I think, Cody Bailey had some huge games in Giants franchise. But this is one of the most perfect quarterback performances probably in my franchise history. Going 18 of 20 completing 90% of our passes and just doing enough. No boneheaded mistakes. Bijan only runs for 4 yards a carry, but there's a lot of short yardage stuff. Only breaks 1 tackle, but he didn't need to. Only had a long of 15, but guess what? It did the job. 3 touchdowns on the ground for him, and then added another through the air. We were beat badly by Cooks in the tight end, Schoonmaker and Ferguson. But again, overall, we did enough. Kyle Pitts, 5 for 90. Bijan, 5 for 57 with a touchdown. Touchdown for Cordero Patterson. Neil Madsen made an impact. Drake London was excellent today when we needed him. No drops across the board. And then we had an interception from Deshaun Humphreys and Jeff Okudah. We did have... It's not going to count the George Elliott play as a sack. George Elliott sacked Dak Prescott. Caden Ellis with the TFL. Ebiketie, Ellams. George Elliott is not even being listed as a defender. Dude, what? We all remember it. I'm not insane, am I? It happened. It happened. But either way, that's the game, and what a game it was. One of my favorite of the entire series. That was huge. I mean, I really cannot stress how big of a game that was. Here's George Elliott. He actually exists now. Played 17 downs. Now, he made a big play that they're not going to give him credit for, which is disappointing. But, yeah, rookie out of Boise State, is 23 years old, but 6'3", 242, thumper with 86 speed, 85 pursuit. Block shedding's not terrible. Hit power is pretty good. Coverage isn't too bad. You wonder, why did this guy go undrafted? And why is he not a higher overall? He looks really, really solid. And he's going to get a nice upgrade from us here. Becomes that main scheme fit, 68 overall. Gets some nice boosts across the board. I'm pretty happy with that. And again, what a game against the Cowboys, 38-35. It's nice to have a competitive game again. And I felt like we kind of had been in those, but mistakes really just crushed us. Our offense finally showed up. And you know what? We caught Dallas on the short week. We got big XP for the offense. We got big morale, which will help us for the rest of the season, as our players will be upgraded overall-wise with temporary boosts due to morale. And I can't believe we were able to play spoiler against the Dallas Cowboys. Like, we could build momentum into next year. And, I mean, that's something. Trey Lance, Bijan Robinson, and Jesse Bates have each earned 10,000 XP individually. So if we didn't think we found our franchise quarterback before, well, 10,000 XP is certainly going to help Trey Lance. That's a skill point, maybe even 2 for him. And we just dominated Dak Prescott. Kept him, below 75 rushing yards. Amazing. He had probably, 11? We knew that was going to be impossible for him to get 75 yards, but I simply can't believe how these events have transpired. The XP is huge. Trey Lance, at such a low overall, is now going to get a massive boost. He's so close to another skill point as well, by the way. And for a guy, it's really just awareness making him super bad. He had a great game. I think improviser is going to be the way I go on this. He gets boosted up to a 74 overall. And throw accuracy deep is now into the 80s. Break sack goes up. Awareness goes up by 2. And he's about to be a 75 overall. He's actually already a 75 overall. No, so morale's taking him down for nothing? His accuracy's going down somehow. But, I mean, either way, Trey Lance is showing that he can be that guy. He just had the best game of any quarterback. We're going to do these upgrades to start the next episode, I think. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one when we take on the Saints in a rematch. They're 8-4. They're running away with the NFC South, but not if we have something to say about it. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs this year at 5-7 right now. We'd probably have to win out, but based on what we did against the Cowboys, I think that is a possibility, although unlikely. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.